Lanell KO Bellows, living up to his name the other night, man. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel? Another knockout on the resume.
Thank you, man. It's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I was able to go out there and handle my business in such a manner. I'm glad I got the KO. You know, and it was just it was an honor to be a part of such a historic night, man. I'm glad I could start off the card for my TMT family, man.
A quick turnaround. You fought a couple weeks ago, had a decision in there. First time in your career you won a decision. Quick turnaround here. Were you happy that it didn't go later, or were you confident if it went the distance, or obviously in the shorter?
I mean, the work is done here in the gym, so I was confident no matter what the outcome was, it was going to be with me being the victor. You know, my hands raised and me, you know, smiling as still undefeated. I'm happy it did go one round because I like it that way. Right. You know, but we train to take on as many rounds as coming our way, man.
Now, your one disappointing performance that resulted in a draw was kind of went the opposite way. You thought you were going to fight and ended up fighting much later. This time you thought you were not going to be first. Andrew Tabiti's fight got scrapped, so you got moved up. Did that affect you in any way, not having to fight early?
No. I know I was following after Andrew Tabiti, so I was already in the back preparing to go on the stage. But when they moved me up, the time didn't switch, so I was able to still show up. I mean, I still went out there and performed at the scheduled time, so it didn't affect me none. It just made me want to get the victory that much more since my brother was unable to tear his opponent in half.
Yeah, you talked to Andrew. How was he feeling? I know it was looking forward to that second fight, getting to be part of that card.
I mean, he was disappointed. He was disappointed because we put the work in. We working hard to go to the battlefield and put in that work. But at the end, you know, like I told him, and he knows everything is God timing. So for whatever reason, it wasn't his time this time, but it'll be more. And as long as he stay ready, he won't have to get ready. So he's doing all right. He's ready. He's ready for whatever comes next.
So let me ask you, you know, you took him out with the overhand right, but it was very clear from the opening bell you were just focused on dude's left side, kept pounding and pounding. In fact, when he went down, it didn't look like he was hurt from the shot to the head because he was immediately clutching his side. Was that just your intention, figured he was soft to the body and focusing on one specific spot?
Well, I didn't really have a game plan, but I seen when he tied me up, he stayed to my left, and that left his left open. So anytime we tied up and I had a free right hand, I just touched him there politely. Touched strong but politely, you know. And then it was a nice, strong, stiff right hand to the body that threw his balance off, which allowed me to knock him off his feet with the overhand right. But yeah, it was clear that the body shots was devastating, and that's where it actually took that gentleman out.
Right. So now this is probably the biggest card you'll ever be a part of. How does it feel that you open the show with a knockout like that? How did it feel getting your hand raised?
Man, it always feels good. Like I said, God gives me the ability, you know what I'm saying, I go out there and perform. To open the card, like I said, such a historic card, knocking them out, I mean, it's unexplainable, but I'm just happy I could be a part of it, man, definitely.
Now, you barely broke a sweat, so let's talk undercard real quick. Did you get a chance to change there and see your other guys? Undercard, the non-televised portion, you had Ronald Gavril got a decision win. Luis got a decision win, and Chris Pearson got knocked out in the first round. You get to see those, and what do you think of their performances?
Oh yeah, no, I definitely got to see them. I mean, I was there. My show ended a little early, so I was able to change clothes and go out and enjoy the festivities. And as far as my brothers, man, I like to congratulate them. They went out there and did what they needed to do and get that W. So more power to them. I'm proud of them. We all went out there and had a good night.
And the pay-per-view portion, obviously, Floyd did this thing. We'll talk about that in just a moment. The two undercard guys, not so positive outcome from Money Team. First of all, about Ashley, you know, his first fight on the card. You think he felt extra pressure? And one fellow fighter had kind of commented that maybe it looked like he overtrained a little bit, that he didn't get a chance to, you know, his weight was maybe off because he trained too long. Thoughts on his performance?
I mean, he went in there, he held on. He might have overtrained, but no matter what, he trained well enough that nothing knocked him off his feet. So big ups to him on that because he was definitely in shape. It was a big fight. It was a big stage for his first fight coming back. I think it's been like a year or so since he fought. So I mean, it was a little pressure for him, I'm sure, but Ashley's a warrior, and he's in my prayers, and he'll bounce back. You know what I'm saying? He'll definitely bounce back.
And then what about Ishe? Tough fight. It wasn't the most visually pleasing. Lost a split decision. Do you think that Molina did enough to take that title away from him, and was a relatively close fight?
Absolutely not. Everybody that knows boxing know that the saying is you got to beat the champ. And like I said, it was a boring fight. You know what I'm saying? That's my big brother. I love him to death. You know what I'm saying? It was a boring fight, but did he do enough? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Even if they didn't raise my big brother hand and say he was victorious and they gave him the draw, but to give that man's belt away, me personally, my personal opinion, it shouldn't have went that way. Ishe, he's a champion. He's going to come back. He's going to do what he has to do. But as far as that decision, I mean, I didn't agree with it at all.
And then the main event, Floyd Mayweather, your boss there, and then Canelo. First of all, tell us about the atmosphere in the arena. That was just crazy.
Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, the arena actually started filling up kind of early. It was a ghost town for my fight, but the ghost town, it was still more people than my May 4th fight. Right. So it was just like I could tell that it was going to be very intense. I mean, the crowd was live. It was so many. It was a star-studded event. They had stars sitting in the bleachers, and I mean, it was just everybody wanted to be a part of that. It was live. The Hispanic crowd, the Mexican crowd, they was in there showing love as they do. Floyd fans was in there representing as we do, and I mean, it was a great event. Like I said, a great historic event. I was happy to be a part of that atmosphere. It was jumping. It was popping.
Right. And now, eventually, Father Time catches up to us all. But were even you amazed at his age that how he seemingly gets better and better? I mean, this is a fight that people thought maybe he had a chance of losing, and he dominated arguably every single round of the fight. Not even very arguably.
The age, I mean, it's his lifestyle. Am I amazed at it? No, this is a thinker's man game. And so far, he's been proven to be one of the best thinkers in this profession. As far as his age, I mean, they say wine gets better with time, you know what I mean? So, and I'm not referencing him that he's a fine wine, but I'm saying he's just the metaphor. He's like wine. He's getting better as he goes. His brain, he thinks more. He knows what to do. I'm absolutely not shocked by his performance at all. I see him putting in the work in the gym. And you gotta think, normally he has a year in between time. You're gonna give him 4 months in between time, and he looked great the last fight. Oh Lord, y'all in trouble. You in trouble when you get a consistent trained Floyd Mayweather Jr.
I'm not even asking a question, I'm just gonna say two numbers, 114, 114.
I will retire too. I will retire too. It's madness, man. I mean, they already say, we already know the boxing sport is somewhat has its corruptions, and I mean, don't cheat or treat the greatest as if they would not, that like they didn't come and perform higher than the anticipation, and higher than everybody thought he would. You can't short that man, but he still won. And like I said, we're not gonna dwell on that shortcoming. He didn't come up short, so it's all right. We good.
Two more questions. Let's get back to work there. First of all, fortunately for you, most of your fights don't go this, so you don't have to worry about it. But how concerning is that as a fighter, knowing that perhaps you can do everything right in the ring, and then have a judge do something like that? I mean, fortunately for Floyd, it wasn't a loss. He just won one bad decision, but something that could cost you a victory down the road.
I mean, it worries me to an extent, but not really, like you said. I mean, I train to finish these guys off. I mean, not because I just have been doing, just because that's just my mindset. So I mean, my whole focus is not to leave it in the judge's hands anyway. So I mean, if something like that happens, it'd be unfortunate, but we'll cross that bridge when it's time.
Last question. Obviously, you're not waiting until May 4th to get back in there. So what's on the horizon for Lanell Bellows?
Whenever my phone rings, I'll be able to say yes, sir. I'm ready.
You have a time frame, month, 2 months?
Like I said, whenever my phone rings, my phone got off this recording right now, and my phone was ringing and said we got to fight for you next week. I say where, when, and then make sure I got my per diem in my room correct.
And to show how ready you are, you're already back in the gym just a couple days after.
Got to, man. I mean, it was a light night of work. You know what I'm saying? But the work is good. It's a constant climbing road to the top. So why stop? Because I got a one win. I'm not through until I'm through. And it ain't no time soon that I'll be through. I got plenty of championships to receive and earn, and I got mouths to feed. So we got to do this. We had it the best way I know how. Full throttle.
All right, Lanell. Thanks a lot. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. TMT, man.
Bitch, I'm ready for big beans, red socks. I get money to kill.